Good afternoon, and welcome to another Facebook Live Lunch and Learn with the Center for African American Health. This has been an extremely challenging year for all of us. Now more than ever, it's necessary to practice self-care, to seek mental health care when appropriate. There's plenty of research that reveals a link between stress and disease. So it's important to be proactive about getting support during difficult times. Please don't be afraid to reach out for help. If you or someone you know is in need of emotional support, consider our Crisis Resource Navigation Program. All services are free and can be accessed by calling 720-923-7250 or emailing connect@caahealth.org. We will also provide this flyer in the chat to make the information easy to share with others. And as we wait for a few more people to join, I'll go ahead and introduce myself and tell you a little bit about our work. My name is Deidre Johnson, and I'm the CEO and Executive Director of the Center for African American Health. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with our work, we have been in Denver for 23 years, working for the health and wellness of the African American community. We are also a family resource center. So as we move through today's session, please feel free to type your questions in the comment area, and we'll address them if time permits. We are quickly approaching the holiday season, which, like most things this year, will look a lot different. Many families are opting to bypass traditional gatherings due to social distancing restrictions, and some are struggling with financial strain and job loss. So during today's Lunch and Learn, it's our goal to provide resources and information to sustain our community during these challenging times. My guest this afternoon is joining us from Denver Human Services. Please welcome Lisana Munoz, Deputy Director of Community Partnerships, Community Outreach, and Resource.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today. I really appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to just be here and share more resources about Denver.
Awesome. So before we outline the host of services offered by DHS, can you tell us a little bit more about your background and the mission of Denver Human Services?
Sure. Thank you again. I have been with Denver Human Services for well over 12 years now in a variety of different roles targeted to community service and outreach and customer engagement, obviously. I currently serve as the Deputy Director of Community Partnerships over in our Outreach and Engagement Division, where I'm fortunate enough to work with different community partners and our customers on bringing innovative approaches on how best to provide service and projects to the Denver community. Our mission here at DHS really is to partner with the community to protect those in harm's way and help all those in need. And our vision really on how we're going to be able to accomplish that is by really focusing on a healthy community where each person is connected, supported, safe, and well.
Wonderful. So I'm sure that many people have heard of DHS, but I don't want to assume that they're familiar with the exhaustive list of services and benefits offered. So please share with us information about benefits like SNAP, LEAP, and other emergency assistance programs that address housing needs.
Sure, of course. Here at DHS, we're always wanting to be available. Everyone needs help sometimes, and when that time comes, we want to be there for people. And we offer benefits in food assistance, cash assistance, medical assistance, childcare. And in addition to that, we also have some programs that focus on first month's rent, eviction assistance, and deposit assistance, which is a great addition to our programming. In addition to that, if you need help paying your utility bills, we have LEAP, which is our low energy assistance program for our customers as well. What's important to us really is we've tried to focus on a holistic approach to all of our customers. We know that nothing is one size fit all. So as people inquire about our benefits or apply for even just one of these benefits, we really look to see if there's what a combination of support we can provide our customers.
So if an individual needs help, how can they determine which benefits they might be eligible for?
Great question. Right now, our offices are currently offering services by phone and online only, which is a big shift to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 and keep everyone safe. And so currently, the best way to apply for assistance is online at www.colorado.gov/peak. Our Colorado Peak is an online, really statewide application system for benefits. So for our food assistance, cash, and medical assistance programs and the like, this is the best first step for our customers to go in this current environment and apply for benefits online. From there, there are different processes that will occur depending on the programs they apply for. For example, if you apply for Colorado Works, which is one of our cash assistance programs, someone may be contacting you for additional information. If you apply for food assistance and you need to get in, once approved, need your EBT card, which has your benefits on it, it will be mailed to you directly via UPS priority mail. So there's a variety of different access points there and processes. In addition to that, it's really, just want to highlight, it's really important to provide all of the necessary documentation that comes with your application. And if we need additional documentation from you, the Peak Online application system will actually alert you as to what those items are and when they are due, which is pretty critical. If you would rather fill out a paper application, you can download an English or Spanish application on our Denver Gov website, and or you can come to our office, pick one up, and drop it off at one of our secure Dropbox offices outside of our building. In addition to that, we also have people that are able to come out to your residence and deliver you an application if you have any barriers or challenges to be able to do any of these access points, and they can pick it up as well.
That's amazing. When you hear so much about how different departments and organizations have really rallied to change how they do business during this pandemic to keep people safe. So I guess a couple of related questions. And this is really just curiosity. So in returning the paperwork, is it still kind of a safe drop off? Like, is everything really happening online with meetings, et cetera?
Yes, everything is happening online. So if you register on our Peak Online application system, it's great because you're able to upload your documents. You can do it from your phone on the app and update any changes you have to your program, things like that. Our interviews that typically were face-to-face now are occurring virtually via phone call, and we're able to document those. So looking for a call from Denver Human Services is pretty critical when you're applying for benefits, and just you might not recognize the number, which is a biggie for us. And so just kind of keeping an eye out for that. And then outside of our offices, we have drop boxes. So if you do have to drop off your information in person or feel like that's your only option, then that's very secure, and you're able to do that because it's a lock type box situation, and then we have our staff pick up that information to process.
Okay, so if folks don't have internet access, there's still a pathway. I'm feeling old because I remember when Peak was first being designed, but it's so nice to see it, being so robust in its use. So what are you guys doing this year to support families during the holidays?
Thank you. That's, we understand that this year more than ever is going to be a tough season for many of our families in really trying to access a lot of different resources. And we have our annual Be a Giver holiday gift drive where we work with the community and donors and collect toys for children, families, adults with disabilities, older adults, individuals, to really collect toys and distribute those for those who are currently receiving benefits from Denver Human Services. In addition to that, I'm excited to share that we continued our partnership with the Denver Santa Claus shop, where our goal every year has been to provide over 10,000 toys out to children in the Denver community. It's for children 11 and under, and this year our event is going mobile, and we're really excited to announce it here actually today. And by mobile, I mean it's going to be very similar. I'll highlight our food pantry here too, our mobile food pantry delivery, where people will be able to access us via their vehicle in order to keep people safe as a result of COVID. Our current event will happen over 4 different days, December 11th, 12th, 14th, and 15th. And we are really encouraging pre-registration. There is no eligibility requirements for this, but by getting pre-registration, we'll be more prepared to serve you, and our lines can move quickly. As you see, we'll have plenty of toys to be able to serve many children. And so you would visit the Santa Claus website at www.denversantaclausshop.org to be able to do that. In addition to that, we also have our once a month food pantry that we've launched in partnership with Food Bank of the Rockies at all 3 of our satellite offices that we have at Denver Human Services. And it's once a month. It's a mobile food pantry, and it's been amazing because we've been able to partner also with Denver Botanic Gardens, who provides us fresh produce to be able to accompany the food that we have. And so during these very critical and challenging times, these are some of the innovative approaches we're trying to do for our families.
Thank you.
In addition to that, if you want more specific lists around Thanksgiving meals and or additional holiday toy drives, if you're unable to make some of these dates, Mile High United Way's 211 is the way to go.
That's a lot. But it's wonderful because so much is happening and so much is not happening that it's nice to hear how departments and communities are coming together. We actually got a chance to see the mobile food bank in action because we worked with our partners at Girls Trek, and they had theirs at our facility. And it was fascinating, and it was just great to see folks coming up and grabbing what they needed. So our staff frequently gets requests from people seeking volunteer opportunities. And not surprisingly, even during the pandemic, we still get them. Can you share how people in the community can support families during this holiday season?
Yeah, thank you so much. So as I mentioned before, we have a Be a Giver campaign, which is on our website, where people can donate toys or donate funds for many of the families that we're collecting toys for that are currently receiving benefits from DHS. But in addition to that, on a volunteer perspective, as I mentioned, we have the Denver Santa Claus shop where we're actively seeking volunteers to help us load those cars with toys, help register people on the day of, and our food mobile pantries, which is continuous. And it's, again, once a month at our 3 different locations. And so if you want any more information or if you're interested in volunteering, you can email me directly, lisana.munoz@denvergov.org, and I can connect you with our volunteer coordinator.
And for folks who don't know, where are your 3 primary locations?
That's wonderful. Thank you. We're at 1200 Federal is what we reference as our main office, which you'll see our schedule for our pantry on our website. Then we have our East Satellite office, which is off of 38th and Steel near Bruce Randolph, if that's a helpful landmark for you all. And then we have our Montbello office, or what we've called our R.E.P. Taylor office, in the Montbello area off of pretty much I-70 in Peoria.
And can you basically get the same thing at any of these locations service-wise?
That's a great question. So our mobile pantries are on different days, so it's important to take a look at our website for that schedule. And 1200 Federal currently is the only place where you can physically go and pick up your application, but you can drop off at all 3 locations.
Wonderful. So we've been doing a lot with Denver Public Health around COVID testing. In fact, we have an event going on right now, as well as flu vaccine. So I would love to circle back with you to see what we all can do together with regards to what your department is working on at the center. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
It's been so wonderful to be here and have the opportunity to engage with the community. We at DHS, we're trying our best to be as innovative and creative to bring different programs and outreach and resources out where people need them most. And so just please feel free. You have my contact information as well to contact me, Deidre, if your community or your team would like to collaborate or coordinate on anything else. And please visit our website, and the Denver Santa Claus shop in particular. This 4-day event and the magnitude of it really is amazing. We have plenty of toys, so I want to emphasize that for people not to panic that if they can't be at day 1, please come on day 4. There still will be toys for you. It is a phenomenal organization, and please share this information with anyone you know who may need toys this holiday season.
Thank you. I think one more question that came up for me, and you may or may not know the answer, but I've been really impressed by how creative all of us have been during COVID. A lot of the online things you guys are doing now, video, etc., do you imagine that they might continue once we get this pandemic once we get to the other side of this pandemic?
That's a great question. We actually have a task force within our own, obviously, agency trying to make decisions around that. But our hope is that it may just look differently, right? We've been able to really coordinate, emphasize, be more efficient in our offices in a lot of different ways. For me, the ability to do phone interviews is huge, right? Not having people come into our offices who don't necessarily need to or have barriers to access us. So I think it's opened a door of opportunity, and I'm hopeful that our team will continue to look in that fashion on how we can not only keep those doors open that we may not have been able to access before, and also have the ability for folks who, again, don't have that online access to be able to access us in our buildings in a safe and healthy way.
Well, thank you, because you guys are essential. So I hope you take good care of yourselves, and thank you for all that you do for our community.
Oh, thank you as well. Without partners like you, we would not be anywhere. So thank you all. And if any questions come up, you know how to contact me.
Definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for today. And again, I want to share the website, denvergov.org/human services. It should also be in the chat. So again, thank you again for joining me today, Lisana.
Thank you.
This video will be available along with other information on the center's website at caahealth.org. November is Caregiver Awareness Month. Join us next week for Facebook Lunch and Learn with Nadine Roberts-Cornish, caregiver coach and founder of the Caregiver's Guardian. Have a wonderful, safe weekend.
Great. Thank
Thanks.
you.